All right, let's just get real for a second. It's late. You know exactly what you should be doing right now. That big project, that important email, that thing you swore to yourself you'd finish today, and yet here you are. Sound familiar? Let's get into why this happens.
I mean, you've tried it all, right? The apps, the to-do lists, the fancy time blocking techniques. It's not like you're lacking information on how to be productive.
And that's what's so frustrating. The plan is crystal clear. You've got the steps laid out, and intellectually, you are completely 100% ready to go.
Watching this, it's the classic procrastination paradox. But what if the problem isn't that you're lazy? What if your brain is actually working a little too well?
And that leads us right into this core idea, the intelligence paradox. The very thing that makes you so smart, your ability to analyze, to imagine, to rationalize, that can become the very trap that leads to procrastination. Seriously, it's not a weakness. It's more like a side effect of having a really powerful mind.
So here's the big shift we have to make. We need to just throw out that old idea that procrastination is the same thing as laziness. It's not a moral failing. We have to reframe it as what it really is, a cognitive pattern, a mental trap that, believe it or not, smart people are especially likely to fall into. Okay, so how does this actually happen? Let's break down 4 specific ways a smart brain can end up sabotaging its own best intentions. And as we go, see if any of these sound, a little too familiar.
First up, perfectionism. Man, this is a big one. When you have these incredibly high standards, the gap between your brilliant idea and that blank page can feel like a giant, impossible canyon. Starting becomes terrifying because you know the first attempt isn't going to match the perfect vision in your head. And so you just don't start.
And this is the silent logic humming away in the background. It's a defense mechanism, really. By not starting, you get to keep the fantasy of a perfect outcome alive. You can't fall short of your own high expectations if you never actually get in the game, right? This is where a real strength becomes a real weakness. A smart brain can see 10 steps ahead. It can map out every potential path, every single obstacle, every possible way things could go wrong. Problem? This planning phase just never ends. You get so caught up in preparing that you never actually do the thing.
This is the mantra of analysis paralysis. And it feels so productive, doesn't it? It feels responsible. But in reality, it's just a very sophisticated, very intelligent form of procrastination. The search for the perfect plan becomes the reason you never execute any plan. Okay, this one gets a little deep. If a core part of your identity is being the smart one, then pretty much any task can feel like a test of that identity. And if you give it your absolute all and it doesn't work out, well, what does that say about you? Procrastination gives you a built-in excuse.
And there's the trap. By putting it off or only giving a half-hearted effort, you're protecting your ego. You can always tell yourself, oh, I could have done way better if I just had more time. It keeps that shiny idea of your untapped potential safe, away from the messy reality of actual performance. And finally, we have the one that so many high achievers know so well. Your brain has been trained, probably since you were in school, that the adrenaline and cortisol that come from a looming deadline create this incredible laser-like focus. So you unconsciously wait, manufacturing that stress because your brain is craving the chemical rush it knows will get the job done. And the thing is, you're not wrong. A lot of people really do work better under pressure. It's a learned response. It isn't laziness. It's your brain basically self-medicating with urgency to get itself into a state of high focus. So let's pull back the curtain and look at the actual science behind all this. Modern research gives us this powerful new way to see procrastination. And it tells us the root cause isn't about our calendars or clocks at all. It's about our feelings.
Okay, if you remember one thing from this, let it be this. Procrastination is a strategy to cope with difficult emotions. Feelings like boredom, anxiety, self-doubt, even resentment that are triggered by a certain task. You put off the task to put off the bad feeling. It's really that simple. This quote from researcher Fuschia Sirois just nails the paradox perfectly. That overactive imagination that lets you see all the ways you could mess up, it's fueled by how much the outcome actually matters to you. The emotional stakes just feel way too high.
So now we get it, we understand the why. So let's talk about the how. How do we actually break these patterns? We need strategies that don't just manage our time, but that manage the emotional hurdles to just getting started.
First, let's just be really clear about what to stop doing. Making more to-do lists, waiting for some magical motivation to strike, or beating yourself up.
All these things just add to the negative feelings and make the procrastination even worse. The real solutions are actually way simpler, and weirdly, they're all about lowering the stakes.
Okay, here are 3 practical things you can do. First, embrace the terrible first draft. Give yourself explicit permission for your first attempt to be awful. Just get something down. Second, shrink the task. Don't think I have to write the report. Instead, think I'm going to open the file and write 1 sentence. Make that first step so tiny that it's impossible to feel anxious about. And third, get super specific. Don't say I'll do it tomorrow. Say tomorrow at 9 a.m. at my kitchen table, I will work on this for 15 minutes. That specificity gets rid of the vagueness that procrastination just loves. Look, at the end of the day, you're smart enough. You already know enough. Your brain isn't broken. It's just been trying to protect you from the wrong things, like the simple discomfort of starting something new. The research phase is over. The only real barrier left is that first tiny step.
So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with this question to chew on. Thinking back on those 4 patterns, perfectionism paralysis, analysis paralysis, ego protection, or deadline dopamine, which one feels most like you? Because figuring out your specific trap, that's the very first step to getting out of it.